Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jason Dreamer, and today is the first episode of a series that I'm going to shoot once a month, whenever I can. Sometimes it'll be every week that I might shoot a new video. This series is called Dark Report, and today I'm going to be giving you some dark matches that have been going on Monday Night Raw and at Tuesday Night SmackDown and 205 Live, since how on Tuesday nights SmackDown Live is on TV and the network has 205 Live right after it, which means these matches are in addition to the already 3 hours a night Monday Night Raw that you get on Monday night if you go to the arena directly for this. And if you do it on a Tuesday, you'll see 2 hours of SmackDown, a near hour of 205 Live, the Cruiserweight division, which is its own separate entity now. It is no longer a part of the Raw brand. So today what I'm going to start off with is back on June 4th at Monday Night Raw from the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. They had one dark match, and that was the dark main event. So for anybody who's new to wrestling, who just so happened to stumble over this channel, I do have a video up explaining what my channel is about. So be sure to check out that video so you don't come under the conception that this is a wrestling only channel. Anyways, let's get this kicked off here. Like I said, Monday Night Raw, June 4th, was from the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas, and they had a dark main event. That was seeing the team of Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins defeating Elias, Jinder Mahal, and Sami Zayn. Now, I don't have the result as to who pinned who or made who submit or whatever like that, because it's a dark match and I do not have enough people that could possibly be at these shows and tell me who scored the fall or the submission. So please bear with me on that one. I am working on finding people that I can have be reporters on that. Now, on to the next night, which was June 5th, SmackDown 205 Live from American Bank Center in Corpus Christi, Texas. Now, for that, it was a dark main event after 205 Live went off the air. And that saw Big Cass teaming with The Miz in a losing effort to a dream team I never thought we'd ever get to see. But it was Daniel Bryan and Jeff Hardy getting the win over Big Cass and The Miz. Now, based on what we've been seeing on SmackDown as of late with the whole Miz-Daniel Bryan thing, I'm under the impression that Daniel Bryan may have made Miz tap out to the yes lock. No confirmation on that though, but I did hear that from someone who said they were at the arena. I'm not going to credit him that way. Well, I should say I'm not going to credit them. That way, if they were lying to me on purpose or didn't actually see the result because they left the arena early or whatever, I am not going to give them credit in case I was misled. Moving on to the next week, which was Monday Night Raw, July 11th, from the Verizon Arena in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Bear with me, I seem to be having some issue with my news folder here. um, June 11th, Verizon Arena, North Little Rock, Arkansas. Now, this is a night when they taped main event, which I will not spoil for anyone who ain't watched it yet. Anyways, from what I understood, from where I go to get my info, there was no dark match because of main event being recorded. And there was no post-show main event. By the way, for those of you hearing that noise in the background, I don't have any noise filters because I'm just using the basic camera and microphone. So my voice is going to sound like this. If it annoys you, I apologize. If this so happens to have the ability to do closed captioning, and you do have that option turned on and are seeing the words I'm saying, then please go ahead, feel free to mute my voice if I annoy you. Not really sure that's going to work though, but I have heard the playback of my own voice with the basic microphone and I sound monotone, so please accept my apology for this difficulty. But I have the window here where I am slightly open, so you'll hear motorcycles in the background, cars in the background maybe. Or maybe you'll hear the air conditioning unit where I am on. It's a really warm day out there. I've got the AC on for the cold air, but where the AC is so strong, I got to counter it with a crack of the window open so it doesn't get too bad here and make my computer mess up. Sorry, I don't know why I felt like I had to explain that to you. It's just that every time I tell someone something, they're like, explain. Sorry to annoy you guys. I'll try to cut down on that in the future. That will also help shorten the length of these videos. Right now I'm at 7 minutes and 45 seconds on this. I was hoping to keep it shorter, but let's move right on. SmackDown 205 Live, June 12th, was from the FedEx Forum in Memphis, Tennessee, the home of Jerry the King Lawler. They had two dark matches. The opening dark match before SmackDown went live was the Club, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows defeating the Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. And the dark main event was Daniel Bryan defeating The Miz. This was the match that went on after 205 Live ended. From what I've heard from people online is that was a submission, but again, when you get info online from certain people who say this is fact, it's not always trustable. Sometimes someone will lie on purpose. Other times they'll just mistake because they don't know the info they're giving. I won't say they're all lies. I won't say they're all truth. Moving on to June 18th, the Monday Night Raw from the Vandal Arena in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Again, no dark matches were reported to where I get my info, so I can't guarantee that there wasn't one. If there was, well, then please let me know in the comments section below. And we are now on to Huntington Center, Toledo, Ohio. That was on June 19th, and that was a SmackDown Live and 205 Live show. Before SmackDown went on the air, Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10, defeated the gold standard Shelton Benjamin. That is, if he is going by the gold standard anymore. And in the dark main event, after 205 Live went off the air, we saw, and this is a sort of rarity. I won't guarantee it never happens, because it has happened before, and it will happen again. Jeff Hardy defeats The Miz to retain the WWE United States Championship. Was your Toledo, Ohio advertised main event for those at the arena. By the way, if you guys see me swivel side to side here, it's because I've got a new chair. I don't have that hardback little wooden one that I was sitting in when I first began this last month. That's because that also made it harder on me to shoot these videos. Finally, we are up to this week's shows. I'm going to keep this very short. Raw, June 25th, from the Valley View Casino Center in San Diego, California, home of the Rey Mysterio, the master of the 619, who, by the way, is the pre-order character that you can download if you pre-order the deluxe edition of WWE 2K19 with AJ Styles on the cover. And I will be covering that in my news video a little later on. Well, actually, I may post that first. Depends on which one is shorter and uploads quicker as to what order I do it in. There was no dark match reported that I know of, but I have heard people say there was a dark main event. Also, some of those people are the same people that actually went out and said that Braun Strowman's going to face Kevin Owens at Extreme Rules in a cage match. I'll cover that later on the news report, or I'll cover that in that video. Finally, for today, WWE SmackDown and 205 Live last night. SmackDown opened with a dark match of the Club beating The Bar again. This time after 205 Live went off the air, it was the New Day, Big E, and Kofi Kingston beating Samoa Joe and The Miz. And I forgot to mention that this emanated from the Citizens Business Bank Arena in Ontario, California. Anybody in Ontario, California who may be watching this, who may feel I insulted them by saying it late, I apologize. And just so you know, get out there, guys, I always intended to get out there. But I just never quite made it to the West Coast or the left coast to do a wrestling match. So anybody who was told years ago that Jason Dreamer was coming to California by a trio known as Sky High Low Down, I never made it. I was supposed to go out there to do what I promised, which was get payback on taking me out in a dangerous situation. I had wrestled a match in Illinois against the leader of Sky High Lowdown. I will not mention his name. I will not mention the guy's direct name. I respect him. His work ethic in the ring is impeccable. You have him do a job, he will do the job right. As for outside the ring, never hung with him, so I can't tell you what he's like. But as the story goes between me and him, I was going to grab a tag team of my choice, whether it be a full team or two individuals, and I was going to make them pay for the attack on me and my partner from Illinois that was actually billed out of Cincinnati, Ohio, because he he liked to bill himself from the city where he did most of his gym workouts. He actually tried to base himself out of that gym, but that never happened. He ended up soon retiring, I hear. But sorry, I should save that for just a random later on memoir video, which I will be doing memoir videos as soon as I can remember the matches I've been in, as to what ones I can talk about because I remember them and what ones I don't remember. But, well, that's the Dark Report for today. And actually, that is considered part of the Dark Report because of the fact that was a dark time when I first retired from wrestling. So, technically, that being on the Dark Report counts. Until there are more dark matches, I will see you down the dark road. And actually, I shouldn't say that because that's my Team Darkness gimmick. I apologize for that. I know a couple of wrestlers that have watched these videos are going to be kind of upset with me for doing that and saying that, but other people who remember me would be like, hey, why are you using that name? I don't know you by that name. So, Dark Report is going to be dark matches and dark history for me. So, this is not a video diary, though. I just like to try to keep my show casual. In future, I will try to have in guests. I was supposed to actually have one today, but he is over on the other side of Omaha, Nebraska, and running very, very late. Anyways, the dark matches of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown in 205 Live are right now the only dark matches I will talk about. I mean, if I run across dark matches for Ring of Honor, I will be bringing those to you. And if I see any taping matches for NXT or the new NXT UK, and they are labeled dark matches, I will be bringing them to you. If they end up airing, I sincerely apologize in advance because sometimes it gets mislabeled. Like the Carl Anderson Gallows tag match against the Bar I just mentioned from California was actually the dark match and not the opening contest to SmackDown like I was trying to be led by somebody. They forget I've got USA Network on the TV so I can watch what goes on SmackDown. Anyways, that's the Dark Report, another dark chapter of the day for me. I will see you next time when darkness falls. Oh, before I forget, no, I do not take donations right now for this channel because I don't do live streams yet. I am not set up for that. And if you do like hearing my voice on this channel, which is the Jason Dreamer channel, please consider subscribing, leaving a like on any and all the videos that you do like, and clicking on the bell for notifications of when new content arrives. Until then, I'll see you down the road.